Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first edition of Walking the Line, a Shore Hockey Report exclusive, where we'll be connecting with some of the most prominent players and personalities of the greater New Jersey Shore hockey community. Kicking it off with us today is a player I had the pleasure of working with extensively in my first year of New Jersey hockey coverage back in 2013-14. He was with Christian Brothers Academy back then. But as of this week, we can now refer to him as a professional hockey player in the Philadelphia Flyers organization. Middletown, New Jersey native Brendan Van Riemsdyk. He's recently signed a deal with the Reading Royals of the East Coast Hockey League. Brendan, congratulations on this next step in your career. What is it like for you to be going pro? This is a wonderful moment.
Yeah, it's obviously a great accomplishment. It's something that not very many people get to do, and it's a little bit of a weird feeling because everyone's dream obviously is to play in the NHL, and that's such a lofty goal and such a lofty dream. And this is seems like a more realistic route for hockey players, kind of starting in the East Coast League and trying to make your way up. But at the end of the day, it really is an accomplishment I'm really proud of.
You know, I'm wondering because again, you've had some experiences that not a lot of players get to have, and one of those, you know, prior to signing this contract was, you know, playing at the highest level of Division I college hockey for 4 years in the Hockey East, 3 with UNH, the most recent one with Northeastern. How does that experience? How does that prepare you for something like this, for the next step in your career here?
Yeah, I think I've been very lucky to play for 2 great programs in such a great league like Hockey East, probably arguably the best league in the country. And the experience just offered me so much, just from being able to playing a small kind of more traditional college town in Durham, New Hampshire for UNH was an awesome experience. But then to also be able to play in at Northeastern and live in Boston for a year, it was just pretty cool that I was able to get both experiences, more of the more regular kind of college town experience versus living in a big city, and to be able to do that without having to sit out a year, which most people have to do when they transfer, was definitely a unique and very cool experience for me, and definitely take everything I've learned from both places on with me for the rest of my life.
I mean, last year you didn't just play in a very interesting, we'll say, hockey environment. I mean, you guys ruled the town. I mean, you won the Bean Pot. That's coveted. It's a legendary title, and you guys took it home. And I'm wondering what that was like for you to kind of get to experience that with a team that had some familiar faces on it for you.
Yeah, I mean, that was so much fun to be able to play in a tournament like that. And it was one of the main reasons why I chose Northeastern, was because I wanted to win a couple of titles in my final year of college hockey, and I thought that would be the team that would have the best chance for me to be able to do that. So we left a couple on the table, obviously, with the season being canceled. So not being able to play in the Hockey East tournament, and then not be able to play in the NCAA tournament was obviously disappointing, but to be able to kind of control what we could control and winning both pretty big time tournaments we played in, the first one being the Bell Pot in Northern Ireland, where we played some pretty good teams, actually played UNH in the semifinals there, so that was pretty cool to be able to beat them on the way to winning the championship over there. And then, like you said, being able to play in the Bean Pot, which is such a historic college hockey tournament, and yeah, and especially the fashion we won it in, a double overtime game and high scoring game against Boston University, who's obviously such a prestigious hockey program. It was an experience you'll never forget. You get to keep those memories forever, and it kind of makes the bond you made with the guys over the years even that more special.
You know, the finals were an incredible experience for you, but the semifinals had to have been, personally for you, incredibly special. I believe it was you took down Harvard. Obviously, you feel the magnitude of the tournament, of the situation, of the opponent that you're playing, and you had the game winner.
Yeah, it was really cool, and got a great pass from another New Jersey boy, Grant Josephek, and I pretty much just had to just tap that in to an open net. But yeah, it was really cool, and we had to play in the first game, unfortunately, and we talked about it a lot, where you have to earn the right to play in the championship game and kind of get the full experience, just because in that afternoon game, there's not quite as many people there until maybe midway through the third period, when it starts to really get full. So you're kind of playing in front of an empty crowd for most of your game. So yeah, it was a tight checking game, low scoring game, obviously, and to be able to pitch in any way I could, and was just unforgettable. Scoring a game winner in the bean pot, you never forget something like that.
You mentioned kind of that New Jersey connection, and at the beginning I was talking to you. I mean, the last time that we really spoke face to face, thankfully we have these virtual tools now where we can get together and not be together. But the last time that I really spoke to you was after your senior year, your final game at CBA, a 4-4 tie in the finals with Morristown Beard. I remember talking to you after that game, after an incredible season, an incredible run, and you were not thrilled with the way that it ended up with that tie. You know, there was a lot of tears in the room, despite technically having a share of a state championship. Do you remember that game at all? Do you remember how it finished up? And I'm wondering if you look back on it now, and aside from a share of a state title, do you look back on it in fond memories, and your entire career at CBA? Do you look back on it with fond memories and the guys that you shared it with?
Yeah, definitely. Looking back on my career at CBA, overall, definitely a lot of fond memories. A lot of guys I still stay in touch with to this day. Guys like Glenn Florzak, Matt Langlois, and even the guys I played with a lot my senior year, Anthony Cusinelli, Bobby Hampton, Connor Tierney, Colin Kirkpatrick, another guy. Like, I could name probably 20 more guys that I'm still close with to this day. So that's not really normal. It's kind of a tribute to Coach Ryan Bogan and Tim Grable, the kind of culture they set in that locker room. And yeah, definitely a lot of fond memories. But that game specifically, yeah, even you bringing me up, it still honestly pisses me off that that's what the ruling was. Yeah, and I still remember in overtime I had a tip that missed the post by maybe like a half an inch. So like stuff like that still, I still definitely think about it, but not quite as much as I used to. What was it, like 6 years ago? But yeah, just you bringing it up, still some not so great emotions come flooding back, and yeah, just they need to change that rule.
Sorry to reopen that wound. I apologize. But we went back, and now just looking forward. I mean, you mentioned kind of that path up the ladder. Now you're going to be a Royal. You're going to be with this organization, an affiliate of the Philadelphia Flyers, and we've seen guys from the local level go up that ladder, make it to the show, make it to the NHL. What is it like to have that in front of you and being able to kind of visualize a path of some familiar faces who have done it before you?
Yeah, it's definitely encouraging seeing that local guys have done it before, and not even just local guys, but other guys that have started with the Royals make their way up into the AHL and sometimes even the NHL. So it's still a lofty goal, but it's still a realistic goal at the same time. So I'm excited to just get started with the Royals. I'm not really looking too far past that. They have great coaches there, great players there. So I'm just going to learn as much as I can from those guys there, and just going to try to go into the season in great shape and ready to play whenever that may be. So you kind of just got to always stay ready, because that call can come pretty much at any time. Right now it's set for December 4th, but that could get moved around. So just staying ready is crucial. But yeah, I'm just going to try to be the best player I can be every day and just try to work and get better.
Excellent. I mean, that's really the only questions I have for you. It was just nice to catch up with you. Like I said, it's been a little while. It's been 6 years now since we've actually spoken face to face. So
yep. Yeah, I appreciate you reaching out, and anything I can ever do to help you out with whatever you need. Just don't hesitate to give me a text or call, whatever it may be.
I really appreciate that. We'll definitely talk again soon, especially when the season comes around. And say hello and probably wish you good luck as you get underway here as a professional. This is wonderful. So yep. Congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate it.